He says big oil is ripping you off and he wants to tax them. Governor Newsom now calling for a special session to consider a windfall profit tax on oil companies. Is it going to help? NBC Bears Cheryl Hurd looks at the frustration for California drivers at the pump.
With gas prices creeping close to the $7 mark per gallon, Tiara Grooms can only afford so much when she puts gas in her tank. Tonight, she's putting in $50.
It's tough. It's like it keeps going up and down. It kind of caught me by surprise. Like last week, I was like, wait a minute, did it go back up?
Governor Gavin Newsom today calling for a special session to discuss a windfall profit tax on oil companies. It's a move he hopes will bring down gas prices.
They're taking advantage of every single one of you. And we need to keep our eyes wide open on this. And I'm not going to overpromise that we're going to be able to December 5th, 6th, 7th. I mean, this has never been done at a subnational level. And they're going to push back.
Sounds good on paper to go ahead and call a special session and pull together a windfall profits tax and they all live happily ever after. But it's not as easy as it seems.
Political analyst Larry Gersten says this is what has to happen to get legislators back in session. He says several hearings have to take place, and on top of that, new legislation requires a 2/3 vote.
And even though the Democrats have a 2/3 majority, there are a number of moderate Democrats from the Inland Empire and other places who would be very hesitant to vote against energy interests.
And some members of the Republican Party are saying this move is a political stunt. Senator Brian Dahle, who is the Republican nominee for governor, criticizing Newsom's special session by tweeting, "Call a special session after the election to raise taxes." He says more taxes aren't the solution. In addition to the call for a special session to offset these high gas prices, inflation relief checks are scheduled to go out today. Depending on how much money you make, you could get up to $1,050 per household. Grooms is anxiously awaiting that check.
I'm waiting on it. That's what I'm saying. When I get it, I'm going to fill up.
Until then, this tank will only get a few gallons of gas at a time. Cheryl Hurd, NBC Bay Area News.